Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I have F1 fans with me to discuss about the French GP. But before we begin, I want our viewers to know that we have upcoming videos on WTC as well as Wimbledon. So stay tuned and please subscribe our channel. Do share with your friends. Okay, guys. So a lot to talk, and like we will begin with the Baku GP. So like before we begin, I want to introduce to our fans, our viewers. Like we have Rachit joining us, who is a Sebastian Vettel fan. We have
How's it
Kanav.
going, guys?
Yeah. So we have Kanav, who is a Red Bull fan, and we have two of our great experts, come fan, Nitish and Abhijit.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Expert तो नहीं भाई.
Okay. So I have a first question to Kanav. So Kanav, like I want to know your feeling. Like, were you happy that Sergio Perez, your Red Bull teammate, who came first for the first, or were you sad for Verstappen?
Well, it was a mixed feeling actually. So seeing the Red Bull on the podium is always a great joy, and Sergio getting his first podium for the team was a great thing to happen. But at the same time, it was a big disappointment that Verstappen just got out of the race at the very last. Like he was on the 46th lap, he was leading the race for the whole time, and he got eliminated because of a tire failure. And at this point of time, I think so. He's still leading the world championship, and Red Bull is also leading the constructor championship. But if Verstappen would have won the race, I think so. The gap with the Hamilton would have increased by 15 points or so, and that would have actually helped him for the further races because as we are coming to the triple header next week with the French GP, Austria GP, and Styrian GP, there we see that the Mercedes have a better edge over the Red Bull. So I think so. It was a lost opportunity for the Red Bull at the Baku GP to gain extra points.
But at the same time, you guys were happy, like after the second restart when Hamilton lost out.
That's a dream.
You guys,
That's a dream. That's the best feeling. The moment I saw Hamilton going straight, I was like, oh God, you listen to me, man. If any better Hamilton retirement, it's a great feeling.
And
You
the
can't
radio
explain
conversation.
This,
And the radio conversation was pretty good as well.
Yeah,
You guys
the
had a
magic.
chance to
they were
listen.
literally trying to trick everyone into believing
Yeah.
that Hamilton is going to play it real safe. He was like, so the Mercedes does that in every race, I guess, right? They just try to fool the other teams on their radio conversation. But
Dude, the
now I
smoke coming out of the smoke coming out of his car at the restart.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? The
I thought
tires
at
were
that
completely
something was wrong.
the tires were completely burnt out. Like just
So, other than that, I would like to explain the Hamilton incident in just one like song that was "See You Again" by Wiz Khalifa, going straight and going sideways. So
after Leclerc's Monaco qualifying incident, the most memes have been made on this thing in this season.
that dude is just unlucky, man. Just there's nothing that goes his way race day. So I think it's
So is Leclerc the new? Is Leclerc the new Bottas?
I think Leclerc is the new South Africa. If some people can understand World Cup South Africa reference. He's just a choker, dude.
Cricket World Cup. Great reference.
Yeah.
So, like, we talked about Verstappen incident, and similarly, Lance Stroll faced the same thing. So, there's some preliminary investigation going on for Pirelli. So, what do you guys think about that? Nitish?
So I am not a tire expert over here, but yeah, it is a good opportunity for other, I would say, Goodyear and Bridgestone if they could use this movement to showcase that they had been past F1 associated with F1 tires, so they might take this opportunity to make the bid again for the future use that okay they might want to come back into the F1. But yeah, as per official statement by Pirelli, they said that data does not show anything related to the high temperatures kind of thing, but it might have also been happened that Verstappen and Lance Stroll were not able to manage their tires well. Simple as that. But yeah, we have not idea about. We cannot look at the data. What does the data show about the tires? So that is what the officially Pirelli has to say about that.
I think
think
the
last year
biggest.
too.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying even last year during the Silverstone, the British GP, after Hamilton's incident, I don't think there was any kind of investigation as such, which resulted in any change, right? It's just that they were using the softer compounds, which was worn out, I think.
I think
Yeah,
from what I've read, I think the tire construction might have to do something with it. Like they've gone with the new tire construction. And before the race, I think there was a statement from Pirelli saying that those hardwall tires are going to last for 40 laps easy. So if you
Yes.
look at both the incidents for both Stroll and as well as Verstappen, both of their left rear have had the puncture, and I think both of them were somewhere in the range of 30 to 35 laps. So they didn't even do the regular that Pirelli had promised for on these tires. So I think it's something has to say for the tire construction. I think they've gone with the new design this year. So
So it also might have happened that they might have run over some debris. It like Baku is known for debris a lot, so
But
it might also happen.
having both of their left there go like to have a puncture, that can be a little bit of a coincidence, right? So who knows?
That's track bias too.
Yeah.
Because usually then that gets to one side of the tire definitely gets more
Yeah,
pressure
could be.
according to the turns, but I think you might be right to that extent that there might be something.
Also like if you look at the 2021 regulations, I think they did most of those regulations keeping in mind that Pirelli won't have to bear that much load, right? So in the first place, they try to. So your point of having new tire constructors come in could be a good time for them to bid for the next season. So who knows?
Yeah. So I have a few Red Bull fans coming to me and saying about they are anti-Hamilton, more of you can say rather than a Red Bull fan, they are more of anti-Hamilton. So they were saying like all three of our boys kicked out Hamilton of the podium, like Pierre Gasly, the sister brand of Red Bull, and Vettel being the ex Red Bull driver. So they were kind of very happy like Hamilton lost the podium places. So moving on to the Vettel fan we have in the house. So Rachit, भाई क्या रेस कर रहा है यार वेटल, मतलब लास्ट 2 रेसेस तो मतलब अलग ही लेवल पे, मतलब खासकर जो इसने ओवरटेक किए इस बाकू जीपी में, मतलब एक नंबर यार. तो
जिंक्स मत कर,
जिंक्स नहीं कर रहा, मतलब बाकू जीपी हैज always been great for Vettel, as we know. So yeah, so देखा जाए तो काफी अच्छा चल रहा है उसका अब ये, मतलब एस्टन मार्टिन के लिए वो फर्स्ट पोडियम लाया है, और क्या बोलते हैं ये अपना नेक्स्ट फ्रेंच जीपी में भी उसका मतलब टॉप 5 फिनिश रहता ही है मोस्टली, मतलब फरारी से तो था, एस्टन मार्टिन से पहली बार होगा, तो वो मतलब क्या लगता है क्या रहेगा?
I'm expecting a top 10 finish for sure. That's for the least, because as you said, तेरा जो उसका experience रहा है French GP पे, it's been good, like touch wood. Because if you look at, I think 2019 इतना eventful नहीं था, but if you look at 2018, if you guys remember the first lap, he had a penalty of 5 seconds. Bottas को hit करके, right? So I think, and then coming back from 15 to finish at 5, I think that was a great comeback, right? So I think that's the place I think he gets the best out of himself when there's a set target and he's the underdog. I think that's when, so he pretty much is in that zone right now. If you look at the first 5 rounds and the disaster that Aston Martin has had, I think this is the best platform for him to do something and get somewhere this season. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so ये क्या बोलते हैं अपना पियर गैसली, जो कि I want to know from Abhijit. पियर गैसली था मतलब अपना ये इसका फ्रेंच जीपी इतना अच्छा नहीं रहा है, पर watching out for the last 2 races in Baku as well as Monaco, he has been doing great and he has been on the podium for the Baku GP. So क्या लगता है अभिजीत? French GP में Pierre Gasly again on podium.
Okay, so for Pierre Gasly, मुझे at least लगता है कि wherever there has been an opportunity, he is there to grab it. Like पहले when he was in the Red Bull seat, obviously maybe the confidence part of him, like the lack of confidence got the better of him. But right now he is at the top of his confidence, and वो दिखता है wherever there is an opportunity, he doesn't give that gap away. So if again there is an opportunity in the French GP, which we can't expect statistically because French GP तो पता ही है सबको कैसा है. तो
काफी
if
interesting
there
होता
is
है.
an opportunity, हाँ, काफी interesting race है. तो if there is an opportunity, he'll be there to grab it. But पता नहीं कि French GP में ऐसा possible होगा भी.
So yeah, Nitish, anything you want to add?
Unless and until something like fucks up and everything goes into blushing, some tires okay, again explosions happening. I don't see anything extreme happening, just like it did in Baku. It will be normal. सबसे boring race होगा मैं तो French GP. It's the most boring race of the season. I don't even like the track colors of it as well, and I'm not a huge fan of French GP. But yeah, Pierre Gasly, Alpha Tauri has been performing well. The Pierre Gasly has been in the, I think Q3 quite a lot of times this season, and even in the first race, if he would have finished good, unless and until his front wing got, I think, hit by someone, and he had to gain back off and start from the end. So otherwise, Alpha Tauri is performing well. पिछले रेस में तो Yuki Tsunoda ने भी अच्छा perform किया, getting I think 6th or 7th rank, if I remember correctly. So even the best finish for Alpha Tauri for him as well. So even he is sitting into the car. So might see top 10 finishes along with Vettel for Pierre Gasly.
Yeah. So do you think Pierre Gasly is better driver than both Leclerc and Norris, like of a similar age bracket we see?
No. Like I will not say about that exactly, but yeah, Charles Leclerc has been at top of his game. I would say he is the best in the form. Like he just need a competitive car. Lando Norris is still developing, but yeah, you can compare Lando Norris with Pierre Gasly. I would say Pierre Gasly is at the top of his game at this point of time.
I think even after you compare Lando to Pierre, I don't think Pierre is at Lando's level right now. I think just looking at how Lando's been performing, I'm not sure. I think he's been in the Q3 in all the races, or
he's the only one who has finished with points in every race.
With points
exactly.
in every race.
Yes.
They came across his stats.
As compared to Pierre or Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, and I think if Lando gets a top 5 finish this year, like in the Drivers' Championship, I think it's going to boost his confidence a lot. So
yeah, looks like he's gonna get it. Looks
and
like
he has and I think he has a multi-year contract with McLaren, right?
Yeah,
so if he has the drive, if he has the drive next year as well, I think this would definitely be a great story.
He's got really comfortable with the McLaren seat, yeah. So McLaren में तो he has got that comfort level and मतलब team के साथ भी dynamics तो बढ़िया ही है.
Yeah, और Ricardo के साथ भी, like I think they off the track as well. I think they are. And Ricardo is just that character. वो जो सबके साथ, I think he has a good equation. I think.
Yeah. I don't want Lando to finish in the top 5. I would say. I want Ricardo fan. I want Ricardo to beat Lando in the team battle. So I'm a huge Ricardo fan. I want the अच्छा. जो मर्जी हो Daniel बस और कुछ नहीं चाहिए.
अभी तो मुश्किल लग रहा है लेकिन.
Yeah, I think this is not a good time for Ricardo fan to speak about looking at the last 2 races and as in the
जो भी हो, I think
French also he is not that good. Like he has not been performing that good with that. Yeah.
And like I was saying,
yeah, Abhijit.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I had an unrelated point, but I just wanted to put it out. Ki Red Bull is not leveraging the like social media presence of both Ricardo and Lando Norris, because these two are the most Instagrammable and the most reliable drivers out there. So I think they could use them more. Though Red Bull is really quirky, but still they could use them more. These drivers more, I believe.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
Kanav, you were saying
yeah,
something.
Kanav, what were you telling
Yeah, I
us?
was talking about Ricardo. I think so. अभी जैसे he's just new into McLaren. तो अभी like setting नहीं बैठा उनका कार के साथ. जैसा we see कि Lando Norris is more comfortable in that car. He's getting more results out of that same car. So I think so. Ricardo will take his time. And as far as French GP is concerned, I think so. These kinds of tracks are more suitable for Mercedes engine type cars, whether it's Aston Martin or Mercedes itself or the McLaren. So I think so. These car constructors will be having an advantage over this track.
Also, just a quick point. I think Lando's comfort with the car has to do something with his Twitch streams. If you guys follow him, I think
Yeah.
he does some funny ones. So I think that could be something there as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to French GP, in the last two races in 2018 and 19, we saw pure dominance from Hamilton. So he started on the pole and he like nobody could catch him. So with the form Verstappen is in right now. So what do you think? Like, will Hamilton have the same advantage, or will you see Verstappen or even Vettel ahead
It'll
of
be
Hamilton?
a DNF for Hamilton. That's just joking.
Yeah.
Just joking. Don't want to hurt any Hamilton fans, but I think no. Go ahead. Anyone?
You know
Yeah,
what
that's
would
fine.
be better? Penalty. Because anyway, runoffs are really common in KDKC. So
Yeah.
French GP
Yeah. So,
can happen. So
yeah.
I think he can get a penalty.
I'm hoping for that, but
Are you guys following that penalty table too, in which now,
Yes.
so
So
I think
8
Lando
points are
Norris
there
and
for like Lando Norris and Hamilton are with 8
Hamilton,
points.
yeah.
Yes.
So how many points more can they get after which race
I have
suspension?
no idea. I don't
I think
remember.
it's 15 or something. So they'll get a race
Oh,
suspension.
no idea.
No
Yeah,
idea.
so
oh.
I'll just Google
So
it quickly while the conversation goes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But coming back to who's gonna be, like, for me, I don't want to give any predictions yet, but like top three, what I'm seeing is it's gonna be both the Red Bull drivers and Hamilton. That's what, because this is
Oh.
one of the really boring ones, and these are the ones that Hamilton loves the most, right? Like, I'm not sure. So once he takes off, I think if he gets the pole, he's just gonna take it off. Like, he's just gonna go with it, and you won't see him probably if he's at the front in the first few laps. You won't see him off. So
but getting pole is becoming difficult for him in last few races. So
that's I think that's the key that's going to play in. It's just how you qualify, right? Like, I think last GP, I think in Baku, what is the difference? It was less than 1 second between the top 8, right? I think that was the stat, if I remember. I think, and if that's the case, then that's when things become interesting. But come race day, if he's at the front, I think that's going to be a tough climb for everyone else.
yeah. So my to Pranav, I want to ask some Hamilton has been dominating, as we all know, in the French, and we got insights from our compatriots here in the podcast. Like, Hamilton will be getting DNF. So does that makes you happy? Like, because Verstappen himself has finished 4th and 2nd in the last two races in the French GP. So what's your feeling with Verstappen right now? Like, after the DNF last race, where are you gonna see him finish? Like, want to see him finish?
Definitely, I would like to see Verstappen on the podium, and I think so. It is a feasible. He has a feasible chance to be on that podium, provided even if Hamilton gets a DNF or not, he will be there on the podium. But the question is like, who apart from Hamilton and Verstappen, who will who will take the third place? So for me, I think so. Some interesting. I believe either it can be Bottas or it can be Sergio Perez. And I think so. Lando Norris is also good. He also has a good chance on this track. So I believe third place he can take that.
Oh, great. So I have a question for our experts out there. Like, if we see in the French GP, there has always been Ferrari in the top 5, even both of them together in the few races. So with Leclerc losing out the pole position in the Baku, and he almost got back on the third, like in the second restart, but still he couldn't manage the third or to get onto the podium. Sainz already got one podium. So what's the feeling with Ferrari right now? Nitish and Abhijit.
I would like to include Ferrari in this particular. Ferrari has been strong on French tracks, and I would include Charles Leclerc in my top podium finishes. So my prediction might be Hamilton first. As we know that Mercedes have been strong on high-speed tracks, whereas Red Bull is strong on these slow-speed corners tracks. So that has been the case, and that's what we have seen in both the Monaco and Baku, seeing Red Bull on top and Mercedes being a bit lagging behind, whereas in the initial races, Mercedes being on top. So Mercedes, like Hamilton on top, second would be Verstappen, and for third, I will put Leclerc at this point of time, and fourth might be Perez finishing, I would say that.
Come on, Abhijit. I want something different from you. Like these guys are completely ruling out Vettel after the two races he has had.
Exactly. I was just going to say that
Yeah,
because
I wanted you to say something different. Yeah, come on.
yeah, because Aston Martin has definitely has some elements borrowed over from Mercedes too. So maybe if we can see some sort of performance from Vettel, अगर Vettel के अंदर का ड्राइवर की आत्मा वापस जाग उठी है, तो hope he gets back there. वैसे तो like obviously Mercedes is going to be in the top row anyway. So I think Hamilton, Bottas, and Verstappen is definitely going to try his best now. Verstappen too, and I think Leclerc. What I'm seeing with Ferraris is right now they have tried to get some performance, so they are back in the top top 5 cars, but the performance hasn't been consistent enough for let's say to us to say कि मतलब अब Leclerc आगे आ सकता है. So a bit confused on that. Baki hope Vettel can get the best out of his car and land
you can
on
only
the.
hope, right? That's
Yeah,
that.
I can only hope.
Yeah, I'm hoping a top 5 finish for him at least. If,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that's been a trend for him, right? Like finishing fifth. So I think he knows best to how to get there. So I'm hoping a top 5, but again, I think Red Bull and with the 2021 regulations, I think Red Bull has had a advantage over the whole grid. So I think they seemingly, like for me, seem to be sailing through. So
Oh,
I just
that
want to
was a great
see Alonso to get the best out of his car. So
yeah, he's gonna
Vettel,
get the best of the rest for sure.
But
Vettel done. Vettel has shown
not
us.
been competitive enough this year.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
like
no.
Alpine has been struggling a lot.
I think
Even AlphaTauri
yeah.
has performed better than Alpine this year.
And it was started before the start of the season, is that Alpine is going to be the team to watch out for. I think they're being like with Ocon and Alonso. I think it was being played as the comeback of Alonso and all of that. So hasn't played out. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's always there whenever he's getting into the game, IndyCar. That's always.
I think it's now the time for Alonso to go for triple crown. He has already won 2 out of the 3 races. He should aim for to win for the third one. I don't remember which one he is still yet to win now. But
has he got an Indy or no? Does he have an
Indy?
Indy?
He hasn't got an Indy. He has got the Le Mans.
Le Mans.
He has got the.
He has got Le Mans and Monaco, and the third Indy is not got. I don't remember either Le Mans or yeah. But I would have hoped if the Cyril would still have been at Alpine, the things at Alpine would have been a bit different since they changed the team principle this year around.
Agreed.
So yeah, so it was nice to have you all. We have an exciting season ahead with the start we have got so far, and hope we can hope you guys join me later for the more GPs. And thank you guys, thank you for joining.
Hey, Hamilton DNF, that's it.
I give you another scenario. Hamilton gets COVID. He's out of the race, and Russell come in and play 2 times.
That would
that's a good case scenario as well. So
But Bottas, like Russell might come in for Bottas next season. That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. At least
It's all in the hands of
he's
two.
a
yeah,
champion.
I did not want it to start another conversation, but yeah.
Let's keep it for the later races. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
the Silverstone, because we are gonna have sprint qualifying in that for the first time. So yeah,
Yeah.
so hope to see you guys soon. It was pleasure to host you, and see you. And for all the viewers out there, please like, share, and subscribe our channel, and please follow our social media handles for latest post update. Thank you, people.
Sure.
See you.
Thank you. See you guys.